Right, let's jump straight into this explainer. Today, we're decoding a really short but just unbelievably mystical piece of ancient text. It's known as the third parable. Now, if you've ever found yourself wondering how ancient minds actually conceptualize the universe, or morality, or even what happens at the very end of all things, well, you're absolutely in the right place. We're going to break down these ancient words and uncover a worldview that is just wonderfully fascinating and deeply poetic. But before we get into the actual verses, I want to frame our whole exploration around one massive question. What is the true meaning of justice? Now, when we hear the word justice today, right, our minds almost automatically go straight to courtrooms. We think of lawyers, judges with gavels, legal penalties, you name it. We instantly think of retribution and balancing out the scales. But as we unpack this source material today, we need to look past our modern legal systems. We're going to ask ourselves how this ancient wisdom defined the ultimate cosmic version of justice. Keep this in the back of your mind, because what we're about to find is radically different from anything you'd see in a modern courtroom. Section 1. The mystery of justice. Two distinct groups. So the text opens up very directly with this line, "And I began to speak the third parable concerning the just and concerning the chosen." The author is immediately establishing the parameters of the story here. We aren't looking at humanity as this vast, undifferentiated blob. Instead, the text immediately focuses our attention on two very distinct groups of people, the just and the chosen. The really crucial point here is that this parable isn't dealing with earthly courts or daily disputes, not at all. It's focused entirely on the ultimate spiritual destiny of these two specific groups. The author is basically laying the groundwork for a massive, cosmic reveal about what exactly happens to those who align with being just and being chosen. Section 2. The glorious portion, ultimate fate. The text answers that question of what happens to them with just immense enthusiasm. It says, "Blessed are ye, the just and chosen, for your portion is glorious." The author is declaring a profound blessing upon them, promising a reward that's described simply but powerfully as glorious. It has this incredibly uplifting, triumphant tone that tells us right off the bat that this ancient vision of justice is rooted in immense reward, not just the avoidance of punishment. Now, what's super interesting here is the nuanced distinction the text makes between those two groups we just talked about. Look at how it separates their rewards. The just receive the radiant light of the sun, while the chosen are bathed in the light of everlasting life. So both are associated with this profound illuminating light, but there's a really beautiful, poetic difference in the source of that illumination. One is celestial and physical, the sun, and the other is entirely spiritual and eternal, everlasting life. And speaking of that eternity, the text elaborates on what this glorious portion actually entails when it comes to the whole concept of time. It reads, "And there will be no end to the days of their life, and the days of the holy will be without number." So this glorious portion transcends physical time completely. It absolutely shatters the boundaries of human mortality that we're all so accustomed to. To put it as plainly as possible, this is the exact number of days that will mark the end of their lives. 0. There will be absolutely zero end to their days. Their existence becomes infinite, totally unnumbered. I mean, just imagine trying to conceptualize an existence where you literally run out of numbers to count the days. That is the sheer, mind-boggling scale of the reward being promised here. Section 3. Finding the secrets, core of justice. The ancient author writes, "And they will seek the light and will find justice with the Lord of the spirits. There will be peace to the just with the Lord of the world." Now, notice the profound mechanical link being made here. The search for light is directly equated to finding justice. And what's the immediate result of finding this cosmic justice? It culminates in a profound, deep sense of peace. And this brilliantly illustrates our core focus today, the true meaning behind justice. In this ancient context, justice is not a punishment. It's not a penalty, it's not a fine or a prison sentence. It is a restorative, eternal state of existence and divine harmony. True justice, at least according to this parable, is defined by peace with the Lord of the world. It's defined by fidelity and by unceasing light. It's a destination you arrive at by seeking truth and light, not a gavel coming down on a wooden block. The imagery used to describe this arrival of justice is just incredibly vivid. The text states, "And after that it will be said to the holy, that they should seek in heaven the secrets of justice, for it has risen like the sun on the earth, and darkness has disappeared." It's describing these secrets of justice and the portion of faith rising over the earth exactly like a literal sunrise that actively, physically banishes the night. The metaphor here is so powerful and deliberate. Justice rises like the sun, making darkness disappear. You see, the arrival of ultimate justice is entirely incompatible with darkness. They literally cannot coexist in the same space. Just as shadows absolutely have to flee when the sun crests the horizon, darkness must vanish when true justice enters the cosmic stage. Section 4. The End of Darkness. Cosmic Transformation. The author actually gives us the exact order of operations here. And there will be an unceasing light, and in the number of days they will not enter, because darkness will be destroyed first. Before the eternal light can fully take hold, right, before those infinite days can even begin, the text states an absolute prerequisite, the complete and utter destruction of darkness. It has to happen first. So, if we break down the source text, it lays out this clear 3-step blueprint for ultimate reality. Step 1, darkness is destroyed first. It's actively removed from the equation entirely. Step 2, the light becomes mighty. With all that darkness gone, the light just expands and reaches its full, unrestricted power. And finally, step 3, the light of rectitude, which basically means absolute moral integrity and righteousness, stands strong in eternity. It's this beautiful progression that maps out the ultimate victory. Darkness falls, the mighty light rises, and absolute moral integrity reigns forever. As we wrap up this explainer, I want you to really mull over a question. Have we lost this ancient concept of justice? In our modern pursuit of right and wrong, we're so often hyper-focused on the destruction of the offender rather than the destruction of the darkness itself. I want you to consider if our modern world should maybe look back to this incredibly poetic vision from the third parable. A vision where true justice isn't about vengeance or evening the score, but rather the triumphant, restorative dawn of an unceasing light. It's a fascinating way to look at the universe, isn't it? It certainly leaves us with a lot to think about.